Okay, I'll just wait a few minutes. Yeah, I had a lot to say about some ugly stuff said about me last night. Oh, my other glasses got broken. Spice the sweet little darling ate them. Oh well, and I dropped them a few times, so they finally broke. But what can you expect for $1 or $1.25 at Dollar Tree? Okay, so let's see. Oh, hey, Amy. Good that you made it. Yeah, I was seeing it on Generally Specifics, Mr. Frauditor Adjacent chat last night, live stream last night, where he had Kelly WDAC and Angel Gamer, and they're talking about Grumlin and I being creepily too close. Okay, Amy. I'm not sure what time it is in where you're at, but I said 2 p.m. Central, so you know how to do it. But yeah, they were on there talking about we were creepily too close. Uh, what they don't know is Gremlin has been my best friend since I was born. He was a very small. He didn't finish, getting his height and his weight and all that till he was like 25. So he was a very small 3-year-old. And when my half sister looked over my mom's shoulder with bug eyes, and my mom eased around and looked, he had a 10-pound baby, me, threw over his shoulder, crawling out of the bassinet, giving an ugly look like I'm going to play. Yeah. Hello, Coven Grant. Oh yeah, by the way, happy Mother's Day, Amy. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Has everybody hit the like button? Yeah. But yeah, he had me put over his shoulder, getting out of the baby bed to go play with me. So he's been my best friend. Oh, hello, Genty. Happy Mother's Day. Well, I don't know if you got kids. Hello, man. Hello, wild man. But Gremlin's been my friend since the day I was born, and these people won't talk about we're creepily close. I bet they don't even talk to their family hardly at all. But anyway, that Angel Gamer on their hey Jalen. Oh well, that's okay, Genty. Right now, you're mother to the Hobbit. I'm picking Genty, and don't go into that. I understand. Oh, good. Well, late Happy Mother's Day, Amy. Hello, Harry. Hi, the Bookie Worm. But yeah, Angel Gamer on there wanting to call me fat and talk about I had a cool goatee and all of that. See, I have facial hair. I got that from Mom. Thanks, Mom. The arthritis from Mom. Thanks, Mom. But you know what I got and they don't have? I have dark hair. I'm 54 years old and I haven't had to dye my hair. I've got one little spot. Let's see here. One little spot of silver right here. I bet they have dyed their hair to fare thee well and killed it. Hello, Oi Sugar Hill affiliated. Eh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't need all that. Hello, James Baker. But anyway, Angel Gamer, all them people won't say ugly things about me. I bet they have killed their hair with so much product. All I do is wash and let it go. I'm proud of my hair. I don't mind being overweight. Hello, softball girl. I don't mind being fat. I'll admit I'm fat. I've always been fat, but I don't care. So they could stick it where where the sun don't shine. Thank you, softball girl. Well, softball girl, the key to taking the bar about the people calling you fat is admit it. Yes, yes, Jesus loves us. Or the wind don't blow yet, Bookie Worm. But yeah, just don't let people talk about you being overweight and and hurt your feelings. I've been picked on and made fun of most of my life because of my weight, and I stopped listening. I didn't hear it anymore, and I don't see it. Yeah, that's right, softball girl. But yeah, but anyway, like I was gonna say, I saw a picture of Angel Gamer, and she's fat, but I've got boobs and hips, and she's got gut. Yes, it is. Hello, Roger P. Yes, they're I call them morally bankrupt. The people that are talking ugly, the people that are talking about ugly about me and about other people and saying hurtful things, they are morally bankrupt. They don't have a soul. Yes, yes, we are. But yeah, and generally specific is frauditer adjacent. Hello, Colonel Quail. And if you're assuming you're a male, happy Mother Flocker Day. Yes, it is. It's the inside that counts. But it's the inside that counts because Shiz and all them on them. Yeah, I've been telling Gremlin he needed to stay away from generally specific. I never subscribed to his channel. I didn't go watch his stuff because it always looked frauditor adjacent or something, anti-police. I'm like, I like police. I'm for the police. When I was 17 years old, I was big busted and smaller than I am now, so I was really big busted. It showed. And it showed. And I had got chased by a carload of men, and I went home and called the police, and that cop was standing there talking to my boobs about I was going to have to go to the police station to fill out a police report. My dad worked at the prison system, and he looked at that and said, "Nope, she's not going." My mom said, "Nope, she's not going." I looked at that and said, "Nope, I'm not going," because that cop was looking at my boobs. I'm not and talking about a 17-year-old girl had to go to the police station. I wasn't going to get to the police station back without getting molested and or molested, and I'm not. I was smart enough to not do that. Yes, he did, Amy. Hello, Carrie's one Sabacus. But yes, GS did come in there with a chip on his shoulder. But yeah, Jenny, that was awful. But you know what? I have only after that saw one other officer that I've had any dealings with. Thank you, Amy. But I've only had one other officer that bothered me. I got in Mississippi. My mom and I were driving at night. I pulled across a 4-lane highway. There's two lanes going one way, 2 lanes going the other way. Y'all, everybody's out onto the road. One-way signage this way. So I pulled off to go to the restroom in the middle of the night, and I pulled back out on the highway, and I was in the wrong lane. And I didn't realize I was in the wrong lane until a trucker in the other lane was honking and blowing his horn at me, trying to get my attention. By the time I got lit up by a police officer, yeah, yes, Aunt Bookie Worm, you're exactly right. But I got pulled over by a police officer, And that police officer would look like he was trying to fly. He had lost his cool. I was like 15 feet maybe from the little entrance thing where I could get back on the right way. And he was hollering and blowing on me and had another officer, if it hadn't been for the other officer standing there, I think that officer would have slapped the snot out of me. All because they did not have good signage about where to get back out on the highway. And that was the only other officer I ever had any trouble with. I've been stopped a few times about, hey, turn your lights on, or hey, you don't have your headlights on. Just minor things like Gremlin. Yeah, Gremlin and I got stopped in Texas, uh, leaving New Mexico in the middle of the night. The tail light was out on the van. The police officer stopped. They were listening to us. They just wrote us a fix-it ticket. Didn't even charge us anything. 5, 10, 15 minute stop, and we were going. These fraudsters out here turning a 5, 10, 15 minute, hey, did you know your lights are out? Ticket or stop into a 3 hour taser, bat and dog fest because they're out there creating drama. Meanwhile, the poor sucker stuck in the car in the middle of all of this is just wanting to go home. But yeah, the but like I said, I believe in police officers. I don't disrespect police officers, but I know there are some police officers that don't need the job. They need to have another job. Oh, exactly, Amy. They had a small little town in North Louisiana that it was on the news all over the state that it was a speed trap town. What that means is they're looking as the police were in force writing tickets to support the town by people speeding. So you mess around, you're doing 55 or the 45, you're getting a ticket. And they had the signs hit, so you didn't really know how fast you were going. My mom and nephew and I were all in the car going from South Louisiana to North Louisiana, and we were all happy talking about our move. And I was doing 55 of the 45. I got lit up. They had this over 6 foot tall black cop. He walked up there all swelled up, talking about, do you know how fast you were going? I said, yes, sir, I was doing 55. He deflated. He was so used to the arguing and the cussing and the fussing. Exactly, Newton Castle. I agree. I paid my ticket. But that police officer deflated. He was so used to the arguing, the cussing, and the fussing till I admitted I was speeding, and he just wrote me a ticket. No problem. I got my ticket and I left. But that's what I'm saying. You don't lie, and you just take it like a man or a woman. Just go with it. Hello, Tico Benjar. Hello, Ibrahima Lai. Has everybody hit the like button? But yeah, I don't mind. I love the police because I fully believe if it wasn't for the police, uh, we would have thugs. You take away all the guns. We would have thugs just pushing up in your house and doing whatever they wanted. Thank you, Tiku, Benjar. But I think if you didn't have the police, we would have thugs just pushing up in your house, taking anything they wanted. They wanted your kids, take your kids. They wanted your butt, take your butt. Do whatever they wanted to do. Exactly. Well, the Bookie Worm. My uncle retired from the state prison, and he retired from like two different police forces, and he's a police officer. Exactly. Exactly, Newton Castle. I'm a believer in that. Uh, well, yeah. That depends on where you at how bad things are. My mom and I, now this is messed up. My mom and I were out on a dark country road in the middle of the night. Now, we shouldn't have been out there, but we were. We were 15 miles from town, and we decided to take my nephew, and we were all going to go to Sonic and get something to eat. Like dummies in the middle of the night, and the gas gauge was messed up, so we ran out of gas. We said this little dirt road, they must have had one heck of a party going on over there. It was, hello, Donald Hall. Yeah, they must have had one heck of a party going on over there because there wasn't that many houses on that road. But I can't tell you how many people went by and didn't stop. A soybean truck almost hit us and took us out. And then a police officer came and took us to the gas station to get gas. If the soybean truck hadn't almost hit us, we would have still been stuck out there. My mom, old and gray, and out there on a walking stick, and nobody stopped. Nobody called the cops. Nobody did nothing. But they were going to that road, going to that party. Now, if we had of well, yeah, exactly, Mister Castle. You live that far from town. Take care of yourself. But you live right in town. I'm glad the police is there to protect you. But yeah, but I haven't had much problem. I haven't had any problem with police. I hate that though. Well, I hate that people are all talking about police are evil and police are bad. I saw one YouTube video the other day of a group of people hiding around a bush filming a police stop. They had the man down on the ground. It was all black people. No offense, but it was all black people. So they're all filming the police. And that police officer, big as you please, reached in his pocket, the police officer's pocket, and came out with a bag of something white and dropped it on the ground next to the guy. Those people grabbed their cameras, got that on camera, and took off running. Now, in a case like that, that police officer didn't need that job. He needed to be under the jailhouse for what he was doing. Because how many other people had he done that to? And I don't believe in mistreating people. Hello, Trellone's TV. Well, Tika Benjar, I don't know where you're at. And what is blue? Well, I don't know where you're at. I'm sorry. You don't like it, don't like it. But anyway, like I said, exactly. Oh, he means a wrench. Oh, I'm sorry, Tiku. I don't know how to do that. Gremlin's my brother on G-Faz show. Is going to have to work on it on the computer and do it for me. I don't know how to do it, and I just on my cell phone. I don't know how to do it. Sorry about that, Tiku. But yes, there is bad police, but there's more good police than there is bad police. And these people won't talk about calling police tyrants, and you'll see white as white can be out there with a little black or brown baby trying to resuscitate them after they've done half choked to death or been shot or whatever, running to the hospital, and then won't talk about their racist and tyrants. Does that sound racist or tyrant to you? That sounds like human beings taking care of their community. Okay, let's get off of that and get back to Angel Gamer. But anyway, and generally specific to frauditor adjacent jerk. Yeah, generally specific is I had been looking at his stuff and wondering about him. Oh, by the way, that Ben Buttercup video I reported the other day, the day before yesterday, I wish I hadn't done it. It was on Generally Specific. It was homophobic. And I reported it as homophobic. The video has disappeared. But like I said, I don't believe in making fun of people. And yes, Generally Specific is a clown. And a few days ago, Gremlin had done a video live stream, and had done some stuff, and then the like 15-20 minutes after the live stream, General Specific was on there with the same thing he had going. Good evening, crazy George Dewsbury. Thank you, George Dewsbury. And but yeah, he was on there right after Gremlin had done that video, and he was running with it and doing his spin on it. And he's got all kinds of shiz supporters up in there. Michael Wyatt, you know him, and everybody you can imagine. Long as they're in there, maybe throwing him some money. He don't care who's in there, who's talking about who's talking about what, who's doing what. Long as they're in there supporting his channel. Well, lessons for all. I don't want to get off on religion, but the Jewish people are God's chosen people, or so the Bible says. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they are. And people want to have religious wars, race wars, and just talk about politics. I'm not into that. I don't know, Genty. Sorry. Hello, Captain Harry. Well, I'm sorry, Captain Harry. Gremlin, my brother's gonna have to do all that stuff on the computer. I'm not sure how to do it on his phone. But yeah, but I called Generally Specific Frauditor Jason after he lost his mind when Gremlin merely mentioned he sounded like a frauditor. Yeah, Generally Specific could go. Oh, Spice is lovely. Oh, and I want to talk about us abusing our dog. Oh, hold on, here's my arm. You see my arm? Spice is eating me up. I love that little booger. Because if I didn't love that little booger, he's biting me up and eating me up bad. We would already, and he's eating Gremlin up. We would already be taking him off to the pound or something and got rid of him if we didn't love him. I feed him 3, 4, whatever I think he might be hungry. I feed him a little bit of goat milk, and that's what I'm feeding him, goat milk and puppy chow. Once at night, I feed him 1 can of Sugar's dog food. Bookie Worm, he is a pit bull puppy. Them little turkeys lock their teeth and shake like there ain't no tomorrow. Okay, thanks. Okay, whatever. Hello. But yeah, he locks his teeth on my pant leg and won't turn loose. I have to get my finger between his teeth and pry his jaws loose to get him loose from stuff. We gotta break him of all that biting, but we're doing it nice. He gets too bad. He gets too rowdy and too bad. We've got a huge yard. We put him out here to go play in and fool around in, and send him out with Sugar. But he got a huge yard to come out here and play in and fool around in, and he's living up in the house with us. So all these people won't talk about us abusing that baby. That baby is well loved, and so is Sugar. Heck, we even make sure he doesn't abuse sugar. He's biting the snot out of Sugar. He had her face all chewed up, and all she did was growl at him and tell him to stop. And he came squalling to me like she'd half killed him. We've got a little mixed pit bull puppy, George Dewsbury, and will be 8 weeks old the Thursday. And we've got Sugar. She's 104 pound, going on I think 7 year old uh pit bull, and she is sweet as can be. But well, she's not sweet to come up around the house. She's not sweet to come up around the house. Somebody comes up in this yard, and they got problems. But yeah, yes, Jenny, we do. And heck, Sugar has slept with Gremlin since Gremlin rescued her. She's his big old baby. And Spice is my little baby. He's gonna be my big old baby. Little booger's hot right now. It's a pain in the butt when he wants to get up in the middle of my, like between my shoulders and sleep. He sleeps with a little hot belly against my back. That hurts. Oh, oh, okay, George Dewsbury. But Spice gets a little hot belly up against the middle of my back. That's hot in that camper. I'm hotter than heck. Yes, yes, exactly, Genty. But like I said, when we first got him, he chewed me pretty good. Wrap him in something. He's gonna tear it off, so I don't wrap it. I'm just gonna have to keep him off of him. But he's quit biting so much. He's getting better at it. Gremlin had him taught today to kiss. Kiss him on. I'll get down there and kiss him. And one thing Gremlin noticed is he feeds him and he doesn't bite your finger off. And I'm training him to, while he's eating, I mess with him and pet him and fool with him. That way, if he gets hold of something he's not supposed to eat, we can get loose from it. Exactly, James Baker. But yeah, I wish Roadrunner had made it, but he had other stuff to do. Exactly, Jenny, like having little kids. But Grandma was a little irritated with Spice, and I had to clean up the mess, but I don't mind. And yeah. Anyway, yeah, I haven't been on here that long. But yeah, dogs is like kids. Oh, okay. George Dewsbury, that's a good job, or a good volunteer job. I met a man over here. He had lost his leg. He was a veteran. He had lost his leg, and he was a volunteer at the local hospital, and he had plaques for being there and being on shift for so many years. No days off and all that. He had one leg. One night he fell and broke his only other, his other leg, and he had to quit doing all that. That's messed up. In case anybody's wondering, it's not alcohol, it's sweet tea. And Grandma and I don't drink. Well, for New Year's, I got the little, they call it a shot. I call it a taste tester bottle of alcohol. I call it a taste tester because I don't like it. I'll never buy it again. Hello, Misery's all about me. I see you made it. Yeah, but yeah, but Yeah, but generally specific didn't like being called frauditor adjacent on his channel. I went to watch the live chat last night while he was going, and he was on there on a rampage about being called frauditor adjacent. He could see where I said that and what we were saying. And he was on a rampage about frauditor adjacent. I know his hair's on fire this morning. Yeah, I know his hair's on fire this morning when Grandma made that video about putting hello Roadrunner. When you get your when you talk like a frauditor, get your little frauditor shoe and put it on your little frauditor foot. Oh, oh, I died laughing when I heard him come up with that one. He does the Gremlin does all his stuff freestyle. He said a lot of stuff comes out when he's just sitting there working. Yes, I saw that. He was on there forever. Uh, yeah, he turned it members only. That right there doesn't sound exactly right. Your everything's members only. What it is he's not monetized, and he's trying to hide what he's doing, and got people paying him to come on there to watch his junk. Yes, it does, George. Amy, it does keep you young. But yeah, but these people that aren't monetized, like I'm not monetized. I'm doing this just for something to do. I like. I've got a whole group of these people I sit and talk to on Gremlin's live streams, and it's fun to get on here and talk to y'all when talk to y'all from the front of the camera. But yeah, and so and the Angel Gamer and that oh heck Kelly WDAC was talking about I had a cute goatee. Well, I don't care. I'm 54 years old. I know what I look like. But I may be fat. I may have a goatee, but I can get rid of the goatee. And thank you. Yeah, go ahead, Roadrunner, please. I can get rid of the goatee and I could lose weight. But my hair is natural. That's my natural hair color. These people have got to dye their hair. They're wearing all kinds of makeup, spending a fortune on makeup and hair dye, and talking ugly about other people. I'm not. I'm me. I never have worn makeup. I couldn't. I never. I had Gremlin for a friend. I was in the reading and stuff. My two sisters wore pounds of makeup. Mm-hmm. My two sisters wore pounds of makeup in the 80s. You know the 80s. They had hair. They wore. They slept and they crawled out of bed, went to the bathroom like this, going and putting on makeup, the hair standing up like wild blue whatever from the hairspray, and go put their face back on, and then they wore that makeup all day. So they got in the habit of wearing makeup. I never got the hang of it. Yeah, Amy, I didn't join the chat. I never did join it because I wasn't appreciating what he had to say because I was looking at it and a whole lot of hello Bailey Smith, a whole lot of what generally specific fraud Jason was talking about was seemed frauditer like. It was like, I'm not really liking this. And he was on there singing and doing like music and cooking and Christian. I'm not against you if you're Christian. But some of these people, I am pretty sure, aren't Christian. They're just that's where James Stern went. Firefighter went. Exactly, Mrs. All About Me. Wearing makeup is a pain in the butt. You got me. I get up. brush my hair, put my clothes on, I'm out the door. You wear makeup and do your hair. It takes you forever to do your makeup, get your hair like you want it, get dressed, and go. I'm low maintenance. Just take care, just dress, walk, brush my hair, and I'm out the door. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna go get a haircut. I'm gonna get a pixie cut. I'm tired of this headband. I'm having to wear this because the fan is blowing my hair in my face. Exactly, Jenny. I was surprised at how many people were over in there. Exactly, the bookie worm. That right there, him having all that Christian stuff he had going on, talking religious stuff, and him on there wishing people was unalived and all of that. I'm like, yeah, that's not very Christian. Me, I have said, I wish people's car would break down in the middle of nowhere in their driveway. They're in the house, they're fine, but their car's broke. That's not wishing somebody was unalive. That's wishing somebody bad luck. Well, that's good, Amy. Or you will look nice on your wedding day. Exactly, Donald Hall. But I also believe in helping people on the highway. I can't. I call it road karma. You're going down the road and you see somebody stuck in a parking lot trying to get out. You stop, you let them out, let them go. You'll have good luck the rest of the day. Yeah, Jenny. You'll have good luck with people helping you on the road the rest of the day, helping you get out. The first time you don't help somebody, and you don't have any luck at all, like over in Destin, Florida, that is messed up. Yeah, the wicked one I saw on Facebook, somebody had did a little AI video and showed Johnny Somali a bird kissing on that statue, and 5,000 years later, a distant relative was still being punished for what he did. Hello, Jared Jenkins. Yes, it is, Amy. It's too expensive. They they had a woman over there in Crestview, Florida, over at Publix. That's a really high tone grocery store. Amy, you know what I'm talking about, really expensive grocery store. She was wearing a turban, you know, wearing a turban, and she was getting the empties out of her turban and replacing it with full makeup, full bottles of makeup, stealing. So she got caught and she went to jail over stealing makeup. Yes, I think Johnny Somalia it should go to jail for a long time, especially after I looked up what the statue meant. That was messed up. That was like, how would you like somebody up there grooving on your grandma in the nursing home? Well, I don't think he's going to do 13 years. He's going. I don't think he's going. I don't think he's going to do 31 years. I think he's going to get killed. Well, Amy, they were wanting makeup and they didn't want to pay for it. Jenny, I saw them taking the eyelashes off the women on video of it, and it's all glued on there, and that is nasty. Well, Johnny Somalia went over there to Korea, fooling around. And he found out and got shipped over to South Korea, and they have a peace statue. It's a statue of a woman symbolizing all the women that were raped and all of that in their country. And he was over grinding and oil and stuff up on that statue, and he's going to prison behind it and other stuff he was doing. Yeah, Chinchilla Don. I I only care because it's like I know he would be upset if something like that happened to one of his family members. Super Slav, typos happen. Hello. Super Slav, typos happen. And, I see some people come in here that they're not native English speakers, and they're doing the best they can on their English, and I don't say anything about anybody's typos. As long as I can make it out, I'm happy. Exactly. Well, exactly, Amy. But I see a lot of people on here that you figure out they're from an Asian country, or like Denmark or somewhere. Obviously, English is not their first language, and they're on here typing right away. They're typing right. Super Slav, I'm gonna kick you if you don't. I'm gonna find you and kick you literally. I'm gonna kick you off the stream. You don't leave Amy alone. And but yeah, they're trying to learn English. They're speaking better English and typing better English than I can. Exactly, Bookie Worm. That would be like somebody going up there and grinding on let's see, I can't think of a really important stat monument or something. Oh, I know what, the 9/11 stat monument. Somebody up there grinding and bumping and grinding and covering oil on the 9/11 monument. Nobody would like that. They would be upset because the world would be upset over that because there's a whole lot of people. Hello, CyberRax. Okay, glad you made it for a few minutes, and I'm glad you remembered the like button. I'd hate to see generally specific defrauded or adjacent show up my thong for you. But yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna have to get off of here. I've been on for like 42 minutes. That's as long as I've done. I've been having fun talking to people and hey, CyberRax, over here it's Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother Flocker Day. CyberRax the other day said if you were a husband, that make you a mother flocker. And I said, well, yeah. So happy Mother Flocker Day, everybody. Oh yeah, James Baker. You, oh yeah, oh yeah. James Baker. You don't go to other countries and you F around and you'll find out good big time. They used to say I sound like Woody Woodpecker, the Bookie Worm. Look him up if you're too young to have saw the cartoons. Well, Super Slav, that's it for you. I don't care about people's spelling issues. People are dyslexic. People have learning disorders. And people just simply can't see very good. So, goodbye. Super Slav can go kiss it. He can go kiss Predator adjacent GSW right on the lips. But I don't want nobody picking on anybody in here because yeah, right, Jenny, flock off. Because like I said, there's people with learning disabilities, bad eyesight, or doesn't speak the language very good, doing the best they can. So I'm not picking on anybody about their reading. Well, Becky Barrett can't read. Wrangler's having court later this month, and Gremlin and I are going to go down there for it. Uh, Oh, well, I don't really care if Mrs. Oliver me if he hit the like button. I don't think he did. I think he was a troll. He was a shiz stain. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He's a wind up merchant. Amy. I've, exactly, the bookie worm. Wrangler's probably gonna do some time for sure, but not 20 years. Yeah, Gremlin now says that right in there. And I come up with stuff all the time. No, I don't think so, Becky. I wish he would. I wish they would. I wish they would give him the ankle monitor and send him home. He's a good guy, and he has tried to fix his life. As far as I know, he's fixed his life up and he's doing good. Wrangler. Oh, well, that's good, Cyberrax. Yeah, I've heard you English people like to travel. Mainly because y'all have such a small country. I'm picking. Exactly, Roadrunner. I have read so much until I have read books that you could tell the sentence was jacked up. I have corrected the book, the sentence what was being said in the book. So people working to type, I can work out what they're saying. It may take me a minute, but I work on it. And like I said, I don't disrespect people's disabilities or lack of English. I have one language: English, redneck English, and cursing. That's cursing in English. That is my only three languages. So I'm not complaining about somebody that learned another language. Yes, you're hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna have to go in and cook so Gremlin doesn't starve to death for the live stream tonight. He's got a whole lot of good stuff going for the live stream. Exactly, Amy. You do the best you can on it, and it's like I said. It's like I said. You've got bad eyesight. You're not seeing it well on the phone. Uh, you think you spelled it right. Autocorrect got you. I don't care if I can halfway make it out. I'm good. Okay, softball girl. Sorry, but we're getting off here. Softball girl, I think I'm gonna start doing my live stream every day about this time. I'm never on there long because I've got stuff to do. Okay, love everybody. See you later. Bye. See everybody at Gremlin's live stream. Good night.